It's a freaking Caterpie from Pokemon. Dude, it's Caterpie if he got like a crippling ice addiction or something. Like, this is a... Caterpie has definitely seen some better days if this is what he looks like now.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Hey there. So just before the video starts, I just wanted to quickly mention, as I didn't get to do so during the review, that if you do enjoy the content you are watching and want to see more, please consider subscribing to the channel so you know whenever I post. Enjoy the video. Alright, so let's get into it. So as per normal, we're going to start from the garbage and move to the PogChamp at the top. So let's get into it. Let's make sure that I'm not covering the cards when I go over the stuff though. I'm not. No covering stuff with the cam. Alright, good. Alright, so we have Zect Conversion. When a face-up Insector monster you control is targeted for an attack, target the attacking monster, equip the attack target to the attacking monster, take control of the equipped monster while it's equipped with an Insector monster by this effect. What? It's a battle trap, so it's already useless, but that sounds really fun. So you target... You use your Insector card to take control of your opponent's card as an equip spell. That is really dumb. It's a battle trap, so it's going to be useless, but really, really fun looking effect. Not sure that's quite what Insectors want to do. I'm pretty sure Insectors at the moment just like a fat OTK deck, so don't think we're going to be using it, but it's a very fun looking card. Oh, I should probably get rid of this off the screen, shouldn't I? Yes, not bad. There you go. Yeah, very fun looking card though. Not going to be using that though, no way. But who knows, maybe the Insectors in this box will make it so that it's not just an OTK deck and they actually want to run things like this trap card. But yeah, battle trap like all of these and stuff we don't use anymore, so I prefer a Karma Cut. Alright, Trap of the Imperial Tomb. When a zombie monster is special summoned from... God damn it, shit, appearing on my screen. When a zombie monster is special summoned from your opponent's graveyard to the field, target 2 cards on the field, destroy them. When a zombie monster... So it has to be specifically a zombie monster. I mean, we can combine this with that one field spell, but I don't think that's I don't think we're using this anytime soon. A very, very side deck card at that, if ever. I haven't got like any notifications working too, because it's set up from it's set up for Twitch stuff, so I apologize for that. Thanks for the $10, buddy. Appreciate it. Shape Snatcher, best card from the box. Alright, we'll see it later on. Yeah, we're not going to use this, obviously. It's only used against only zombies, so unless you're using Zombie World in every deck, it's going to be pretty bad. Yeah. Oh, it has to go to your field? From your opponent's graveyard to your field, so you have to steal it too. Yeah, nah. Interesting. Anyway. Tawnhauser Gate. Target 2 monsters you control of the same type with 1000 or less attack. Both monsters' levels become the combined levels of those 2 monsters. We basically already have a card that does this, right? But doesn't have this weird like requirement stuff on it. Pretty sure we already have a card that basically has the exact same effect, just doesn't have the weird requirements on it. Yeah. I'm gonna go nah on that one. Zombie World and Vampires? Well, vampires are zombies, aren't they? It's been a while since I've played vampires, so I'm pretty sure they're zombies, right? Alright, Dice. Oh, see, we're not using this card, by the way. Oh, I've missed a card, never mind. Okay. Everling Underworld Cannon. Once per turn, when a zombie monster is special summoned to your side of the field, inflict 800 damage to your opponents. That'll be half, so 400 damage. 400 damage every time you summon a zombie? Wow. Moving on. Roll a 6-sided die, and if you roll a 1 or a 6, add 1 card from your deck to your hand that requires a dice roll. If you roll a number other than 1 or 6, roll it again, and apply the appropriate effects. 1 or 6, return this card to hand. 2, 3, 4, or 5, place this card on top of the deck. What? Okay. I mean, I guess it's technically a search card, but do we have anything to even search for using this that we care about? I don't think there's anything we even care about with dice roll stuff in the game yet. Search for your dice spoon. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah, I don't think there's anything much. Or go through Relentless. Oh yes, that's the card we need to search for. Yeah, nah. Moving on. All garbage so far. Zombie Mammoth. Destroy this card if you don't have a zombie type monster in your graveyard. And that's not hard to do. When this face up card is destroyed, inflict damage to its... Nah. That's not... equal to its original attack, so it doesn't even... Man, come on. To its control... Wait, to its controller? What is that? Alright, hot garbage. Moving on. Soul Drain Dragon, a level 8. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by a dragon. Its type exceeds monster effects in your possession and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Okay. When special summoned, if your life points are lower than your opponent's, this card gains attack equal to your current life points deficit. And if it does, your opponent takes no further damage this turn. This card cannot attack your opponent directly. It has 4,000 attack. What is this? What is this for a beta? God damn. New farm card, I guess. Interesting. So I assume there's an Xyz monster this is meant to combo with in this box. So I don't know if there's any... I can't think of any Xyz cards currently that specifically summon dragons from hand. Very amusing sounding card though. Alright, support. 4k, yeah, it's 0 defense too. I hope this thing doesn't hit a Sphere Karibo or you're kind of depressed. Yeah, so I assume we have to wait and see what card this is meant to be comboed with in the box. As it stands, it's not going to be very useful, so... Dragloon? Dragloon? What the hell is that? Is that later on, or is something we've already got? What is that? Drag... Ulon. Is that bad? Can I not spell? Yes, you cannot spell. Maybe that one guy in chat couldn't spell. Oh, this thing. Huh. Yeah, nah. Blue Eyes don't even main deck that card currently, and I don't think they're going to start for this. Alright, moving on. I don't think we're going to play this card, unless there's some cool Xyz card in the box, because we're not going to use Dragline. We're not going to use that. Create a cool little meme video out of it, I guess, if you like. But it feels like if you're going to play... If Blue Eyes don't even play that Xyz card currently, there's no deck that's going to play that Xyz card, so... Alright. Pickle Fairy. Your opponent cannot attack insect monsters. If this card battled a monster at the start of the damage step, change the monster defense position. At the end of the damage step. Alright. Don't care, moving on. A Mecha Dog Maroon. Isn't there already a Maroon card that isn't a Mecha? They were using it in Light Sword or something. Is this just a reference to another Yu-Gi-Oh card? Is it Maroon? Holy shit, there's a whole archetype of them! What the... Wait, it died? Oh, that's kind of messed up. What the fuck? Okay. Anyway. When this card's destroyed battle and sent to the graveyard, inflict what will be 500 damage to both players. When this card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard except by battle, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. Okay, garbage. Moving on. One day we'll come across a normal card that isn't complete garbage. One day. I believe. Mecha Bunny. When this card is flipped face up, select one card on the field, inflict 500 damage to its controller. Wow. When this card is destroyed battle, it's into the graveyard. You can special summon one Mecha Bunny from your deck and face down defense position. Alright, nice. That's really cool. Has to be destroyed by battle specifically. Alright, well, unless we need a level 2 machine bunny, I don't think we're using that card. Alright, Chrysalis Mole. So we've got the Neo-Spacian stuff coming out. You can tribute this card while Neo-Spacian is on the field. Special summon one Neo-Spacian Grand Mole from your hand or deck. I don't know if we have Grand Mole yet, honestly. Machine will be later on in this box if we don't have it. Alright, currently, when Neo-Spacian was kind of... it was like kind of meta relevant for a bit, right? Not very much. Meta relevant when Neo's Fusion was this relevant, I guess. But I don't think we ever used any of these like Chrysalis cards. I think we never used any of them. They're all kind of bad. Gotta admit it's cute. It is kind of cute. That is true. It does have something going for it, I guess. But yeah, I don't think we're ever going to use this. Just because we didn't use the other ones, so. Alright. Flint. The equipped monster loses 300 attack and cannot change its battle position or declare an attack. Wow, is this Fiendish Chain? If this card is destroyed because the equipped monster is destroyed, target monster in the field, equip this card to that monster. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to use it, obviously. We just don't care. It doesn't do any disruption stuff. It's not a disruptive trap. I'm not sure why you'd use an equip spell like that. There's plenty of equip spells that do similar things in the game already. Flint, unless of course it's searchable by these other Flint cards, maybe. Maybe it's a combo card. Once per turn, you target one Flint in the spell trap card zone, equip it to this card. During your main phase, you can target one Flint equipped card and place one face-up monster on the field, except this card. Equip that Flint to the targeted monster. This card can only be equipped with one Flint. While equipped with a Flint, this card is unaffected by the effects of Flints and cannot be destroyed by battle. What the hell was that mouthful? Right. Okay. Not really sure what I just read there, but cool. Don't think it's usable, because it seems to be combo with only this so far, and I don't like this card at all, so... Maybe there's some other support in here that makes this card more useful, but currently, if this is the only thing we're targeting, that's a no. I mean, maybe it only targets this card. Unless they had like Evil Eye similar effects where they change the card's name. I'll give that a no. Alright. Soon we'll come across some good cards, I believe. Red-Headed Oni. When this card is special summoned from your graveyard by the effect of a zombie-type monster, you can target one face-up zombie-type monster you control. Detach one Exceeds material from a monster on the field, and if you do, increase the target monster's level by 1, and its attack by 300. Alright, so this is 100% only used if it's part of some kind of weird combo, and that's about it. Because you can probably send this to the graveyard with some kind of vampire card or zombie card, and then special summon it with something else for a combo, but that's literally it. On its own, it seems pretty damn garbage. Does attach an Exceeds material from a monster on the field, so you can do that to your opponent, I guess. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't like it. Why are you reviewing on YouTube? Because Twitch actually doesn't allow me to upload the same stuff within 24 hours from Twitch. There's an exclusivity stuff on that stuff. So I'm going to do it on YouTube. That way I don't get in trouble. Yellow-Bellied Oni. When you exceed summon a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay, that's a bit better than the other one. Once per turn, you can attach one Exceeds material from a monster you control. The target one face-up Exceeds monster on the field, reduces rank by 1, and if you do, it loses 200 attack. Uh-huh. Some kind of weird card against Exceed stuff, but yeah, no. Not all that great. Doesn't do a whole lot. It's good that it special summons itself. That makes it a lot more useful. You can go into other Exceeds cards and stuff, but it's like a specifically anti-Exceeds card. It doesn't really do a whole lot. It just attaches one material. Maybe it can detach a material from one of your cards, like a zombie card that can special summon itself, and it goes into something else. There'll be some cool little combos you can do with it. I think we have to wait and see the other cards in here though. That card by itself isn't going to do a whole lot. Yeah, both of these are just cards that need to combo with something to do whatever. Hard to review in a box review without knowing what combo you're trying to do first. Alright. When this card is normal flip summoned, it is changed to defense position. Once per turn, you can attach one Exceeds material you control to target one level 4 Summon time monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. I guess you can combo with these guys. Not a terrible effect though. You already have to have an Xyz monster on board to use it, of course. So, yeah, nothing too exciting out of these guys. Not a terrible effect, just not a great one either. Only really good if you already have an Xyz monster on board. So you'd have to do one without using your normal summon. It's a bit of a challenge to get this card to work. Alright, Super Defense Robot Monkey. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one Super Defense Robot Monster or Orbital 7 from your hand. Once per turn, you can banish one Machine Type monster from your hand, from your graveyard, then target one Super Defense monster or Orbital 7 in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. I mean, that's not bad. When it's normal summon, it special summons one from hand, so you can do an Xyz monster or something instantly. So I assume it's an Xyz archetype. Might not be. Looking at the next card, that's fucking massive. Okay. Both this card's effects are actually pretty good. Yeah, both the effects of Wonka are actually pretty good. It can bring stuff back to hand, and it can also special summon something from hand. Not sure if the cards it's trying to special summon are good yet, but the effect on its own doesn't sound that bad. These free ads I'm giving at the bottom of the screen for fucking DLM. Get them out of here. Alright, well, the first not terrible card we've seen yet. Not really sure what we're summoning with it, but just as a card by itself, doesn't seem all that bad. Alright, let's see what it's trying to support though. Super Defense Robot Elephant. Okay. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one Super Defense Robot Monster or Orbital 7 from your hand. When it's normal summoned, for that thing? Okay. That's hopeful. Once per turn, you can target one Super Defense Monster or Orbital 7 monster you control. It becomes level 8 until the end of this turn. Okay, so this thing can, when normal summoned, can special summon this thing? And then it can make the other one level 8? Once per, this card cannot be used in Xyz material for an Xyz summon except for the Machine Type monster. Okay, so that's a combo, right? This guy can summon this guy and they can make a level 8? That sounds kind of good. We have to see what Machine Monster goes into first, because I don't even know if we have any level 8 Machine Xyzs yet. I doubt we do, but we'll see. That doesn't sound like a bad combo so far. Depending on what the archetype's boss is. Yeah, it doesn't sound all that bad. It's like Xyz Turbo. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm going to open my chat up on YouTube, because I think it's a bit slower on OBS. It's being a bit weird. Let's open the chat on YouTube. See if that makes it quicker. Don't tell him, chat. Yeah, don't tell me. Also to set it to live chat. I don't know why there's even a top chat feature on here. Anyway, alright, moving on to the next one. So, okay cards so far. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one Super Defense Robot or Obscene Monster from your hand. Once per turn, when exactly one Super Defense Robot or Obscene Monster, and no other card is added from your graveyard to your hand, you can special summon it from your hand. So it kind of combos with this guy as well. Sad this isn't like a special summon effect. Like when it's special, it can bring out this guy. If it brings back this guy, it can do the special summon then. Definitely the weaker of the cards out of these so far, but still not a terrible effect considering it combos with this dude. If it combos with anything else, maybe it'll be playable, but alright. I mean, not bad cards. Still need to see a boss monster from it though. The archetype needs a boss to be usable, but not terrible cards so far. Probably needs a few other like searcher cards and other support stuff to be a usable archetype, but it's on its way. It's a good start, not bad. Not bad so far. Alright, moving on. Fake Explosion. Activate only when a monster declares an attack. Monsters cannot be destroyed by this battle. After damage calculation, special summon one Reactor SK from your hand or graveyard. What is a Reactor SK? I assume that's something that's going to come up later on, so I don't need to look at it yet. I assume that's something later in the box, I assume. Is something later on, or... Oh, one of these dudes. Okay. Right. Well, it's a battle trap, so just like these other cards, it's very unlikely we're going to use it for starters. We don't like battle traps, so very unlikely we're going to use it in the first place, but I don't know what we're trying to summon yet, so yeah. Just off it's being a battle trap, probably not usable. But since I don't know what cards it's trying to summon yet, maybe it'll be a lot more usable once I've seen the other cards. Alright. Dark Flat Top. Wow. A level 8 machine. Okay, so summonable by these guys. Alright, never mind, it's a synchro, not an Xyz, I'm dumb. Once per turn, you can target one reactor monster or flying fortress Skyfire in your graveyard. What the? Special summon that target, ignoring its summoning conditions. Reactor card. Can this summon Reactor Dragon? If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one level 5 or lower machine type monster from your hand. I mean, that's not a bad card. I'm not sure what it's following up from though, because I don't know what Skyfire is. Or what the reactors it's trying to summon yet. That's not terrible if you can somehow get out 2 level 8s to bring something back. I don't know what that implies. It has 0 attack though, which is kind of odd. Hey, thanks for the dollar, buddy. Appreciate it. You need 2 level 8s to bring out a 0 attack monster, so unless it specifically combos with the reactor cards for some reason, it doesn't sound all that great. But it might not be terrible if you're summoning a specific monster back that combos with the fact this thing is 0 attack anyway. Like if it's able to buff itself somehow. How Ancient Gear is supposed to bring this card out? I don't know. Good question. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we have to wait to see what the other reactor cards are to see if it's worth playing or not. Kinda weird. A level 8 synchro. I guess it can bring back the materials used for it. So if you use a level 6 and a level 2, brings back the level 8 you used for it. Or level 6 you used for it or something. That's not that bad. I have to see what it combos into though, I guess. Whatever this flying fortress Skyfire is. Might not be terrible. Trap Reactor YF1. Okay. Once a turn when your opponent activates a trap card, you can destroy the trap card. Only destroy it, doesn't negate it? What use is that? Who runs just continuous trap cards? It's like a Fiendish Chain only counter, maybe. What is that? Okay. Not usable. Garbage. So unless you need a level 4 reactor card, garbage. Once a turn your opponent activates a spell card, you can destroy the spell card. Okay, do we have any continuous spells being used? We have like field spells occasionally. It's Wi-Fi? No, okay, I see. I see the pun, alright. That is that's so garbage so far. Okay, well, unless you need a level 3 reactor, I don't know what we're going to use that for in particular. Alright, Reactor SK. The first time a monster is summoned to your opponent's side of the field each turn, inflict 800 damage to your opponent. I was excited there, so I would actually do some destroying that the other two did. During the battle phase of the turn this effect is activated, you can negate the attack of one monster your opponent controls. Fairly useless. You can send one face-up Trap Reactor, one face-up Spell Reactor, and this face-up card you control the graveyard to special summon one Flying Fortress Skyfire from your deck and deck or graveyard. What? So you have to have all three of them to do this. Okay, what is it summoning that requires all three of these to be on the field? What is this thing? This card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card cannot be special summoned except with the effects of Summon Reactor. Once per turn, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard to destroy one card your opponent controls. Okay. Once during each of your opponent's turns, you can activate one of the following effects. When your opponent normal summons or special summons a monster, destroy it and inflict 800 damage. Not terrible. When your opponent sets a card, destroy it. Huh. That's it? Wait, that's it? You have to do all that for a 3000 attack monster that has one pop by sending cards to the graveyard? I guess it has one destruction effect too during your opponent's turn. Not terrible. But my god, that's a summoning condition. This thing's at level 5? I didn't even notice that. Oh god. Look at Loom, he's packing heat. That is... he's certainly packing something down there. What the... what is he packing down below? Okay. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't so goddamn hard to summon, it might be okay. Maybe there's a card in here that's used to summon it easier that we don't know about yet. You can use Fake Explosion. Alright, we know this is pretty trash. Let's move on. There's a reason it's a normal. Feels bad, man. Alright, what's this? Ignition Beast Volcano. Okay. One machine type monster, one pyro monster. When this card is fusion summoned, you can target... when this card is fusion summoned, you can target one monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. Not terrible. Also destroy this card. Okay. Then if both were destroyed, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the monster in the graveyard that was targeted by this effect. So you fusion summon this to kill it instantly. What? Okay. Right. There's probably a specific use for this I don't know about, but it sounds kind of amusing at first. So you summon it, and it kills itself. Literally just nukes itself. Not sure about that one, guys. Not sure about that one. This isn't that bad of a card. I mean, if you're using 3 resources, the 2 cards plus the fusion spell, to pop 1 card, that sounds pretty average to me. I guess you can hope the burn damage is enough to kill your opponent. That's about it. As long as, I mean, if the attack isn't halved, it might be alright. But I'm pretty sure the attack will probably be halved on this too, right? The damage will be halved. If it damage to your opponent equal to like half the attack. I don't know if they half it like that, and they normally do. If that damage is halved, right? That's what I assume. If it's halved, it's even worse. 3 resources for half the monster's damage. I don't know. Not liking it. Alright, now we're on to the real part of the review. Here we go. What you've all been waiting for. Alright. Shape Snatch. Snape Snatch? I don't know. A bow tie with horrible power. Whoa. The bow tie has the horrible power. It attacks an opponent by controlling others. Oh my god. Look at his hat though. Damn. That is a fly looking outfit right there. Woof. Actual best card in the box. Tier 0, hell yeah. Look at that bow tie. Has horrible power. Oh my god, I've never seen chat so excited over 1 card. It literally controls others. How can you beat this thing? You can just use it to control your opponent. How can you lose with it? It's actually insane. What a card text. Literally controlling others. What a dapper guy. What? If it's destroyed, it will summon Desperado. If it's destroyed, have you seen this thing's attack power? 1000. How are you destroying this? Think before you type, alright? This thing is undestroyable. It can't combo with Desperado because it can't be destroyed. Emily's band too broken. Level 5 too. Better be. God, imagine if you could normal summon this. Holy shit. Actually the end of Duel Links. Actually just the end of Duel Links right there. No, we messed up. Alright, moving on. Oh god. Amphibian beast. Okay. On land or in the sea, the speed of this monster is unmatchable. Whew. Holy shit, the Flash in card form. What am I looking at? What is that card art? This man is a quick looking fish. The actual quickest Yu-Gi-Oh card in existence. Unmatchable. Well, too bad we're not playing Pokemon, so I don't think speed really has a factor in Yu-Gi-Oh. That's of course it's talking about spell speed. Maybe this thing has a quicker spell speed than any other card in the game. Attack at the first turn. Maybe it's got charge. Yeah, you're right. It's over 9,000. 2,600 attack and normal summon with Legendary Ocean. Oh my god, you found the combo. This guy beat Summon Skull with Emi. It was good. Oh my god, this is how he defeats Summon Skull? God damn. An anime card. Spell speed 4, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's unmatched speed. Maybe it actually does have spell speed 4. Fuck Super Poly. This thing is literally quicker than Super Poly. That's insane. Alright, moving on. Acid Crawler. A giant caterpillar that secretes an acid mist that melts anything. Nice. That's some dangerous gas coming out this thing. What? It's so ugly though. They could have made this thing a bit cuter. Normally there's like at least one cute normal monster for everyone to go over about. This thing's like cool, but there's no cute normal monster this time. Actually depressed. It does look very sad though. It's up to water, how can you attack it? Still going on about this card. For fuck's sake. We're on to the next card, alright guys, come on. Insect support. I guess. That is one way to look at it. Petite Moth's better cousin. I mean, it looks like Petite Moth has seen better days over here, goddamn. It's a freaking Caterpie from Pokemon. Dude, it's Caterpie if he got like a crippling ice addiction or something. Like, this is a... Caterpie has definitely seen some better days if this is what he looks like now. This is what Caterpie looks like after the anime dared. After it was finished. This is Caterpie once he was let go from his job. He's on the streets now. Alright, moving on. That's enough of that silliness. Alright. We have the Big Saturn. Cannot be special summoned from hand or deck. Once per turn you can discard one card and pay 1,000 life points. This card gains 1,000 attack. So that's a once per turn. Okay, so it's going to be 3,800. That's pretty big. When this card in your possession is destroyed by your opponent's card effects into the graveyard, both players take damage equal to this card's attack in the graveyard. Alright, so that probably halved as well, but... You have to normal summon this? Because it can't be special summoned. I mean, its effects isn't bad, but it has to be a normal summon. Yeah. That's already kinda bad. Yeah, not sure about that one. Mega card. Yeah, we'll give this one a hard pass, I think. If it was special summonable, maybe it'd be cool and had like combo with something, but as it is, it's kind of bad. Especially considering the damage is probably halved when this thing is destroyed, so. Alright. If you control the monsters, you can normal summon this card without tributing. If this card is normal special summon, you can target one level 8 or lower machine type monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position. Okay. It's a level 9 though, so it doesn't exceed summon or anything. And if you do, it becomes level... Oh, it brings back a level 9. Oh. Okay, so this can summon any level 9 Xyz monster that's a machine. That's kind of cool. You have to have no monster to use it though. There's probably some cool combos you can do with this. We have to see what level 9 Xyz monster we're going into though, because I have no idea what card we're looking for yet. She brings back any level 8, any machine 9 monster from the grave and makes a level 9 so you can exceed with it. Machine Head Desperado support. I wonder what level 9 we go into with it though. That's why I'd see what the cards we're trying to summon with this. Because it's not a terrible card, but just to know what we're trying to go into with it first. Doesn't seem like a bad card though. Because if you run this as like a one-off in something like Desperado, you could just bring back any of the machines that are being destroyed and make a level 9 synchro with it later on. It's obviously not a great turn 1 card unless you can put something in the grave at the start. But it's a good follow-up if there's a good level 9 synchro to go with, oh, Xyz to go with it, sorry. If there's a good rank 9 to go with it, that'd be kind of cool as shit. But you have to see what cards are in the game, or what's coming up. Alright. Isolde Ballet of the Underworld. Isolde. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Can't wait to get 1,000 comments on my YouTube about how to properly pronounce this card. As if it's playable and when I see it again. If you control Tristan, Knight of the Underworld. Oh, it's one of those cards. You can special summon this card from your hand. You can always special summon by the way. So you can target up to 2 zombie monsters you control and declare a level from 5 to 8. They become that level until the end of this turn. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for this turn except zombie monsters. Okay. Interesting. Huh. I wonder what the combo is with this. From 2 to 8, from 5 to 8, you can make any like Xyz monster. I guess synchro too, there's some random level you're looking for. But it has to be zombie monsters once you've done it. What the? You actually pronounced it right? Damn. Shiranui support? I'm pretty sure it's meant to be an Xyz card, I imagine. Doesn't quite work with Shiranui very well. I don't even know what the Tristan Knight of the Underworld is. You're into zombies, true. So there better be some good Xyz zombies in this box for this to work with. Alright, I mean not terrible of an effect. Not really sure how good it's going to be though, or if we're even going to need it. Because the effect sounds kind of cool. You make like any card you like, makes the extra deck pretty versatile, but at the same time, if we don't really need that kind of an effect, it's like if we can already summon the Xyz monsters really easily and we don't need some random card like this to do it, we're just not going to use this card, right? Xyz Shiro? Turn Shiros into an Xyz deck? Baby. It is certainly very easy to special summon monsters for this card to combo with. Summon 2 monsters, summon this, make a level 8. Oh. You can make a very big zombie monster though. It can make something very big. So you can summon any 2 monsters and make them level 8. I don't know. We have to wait and see what the big Xyz monsters are to go with this kind of card. Doesn't seem like a terrible effect though. We'll just have to see what Tristan does, because this is the Tristan over here. When this card's normal summon, you can target 1 zombie monster with 0 defense in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Gain standard attack if you're trying another zombie. Add it to your hand. Oh, I can add this to hand. So if we can somehow mill this to graveyard with another zombie card, like a vampire card. Put it in the graveyard. Special summon it with this card. Okay. Alright, so there's a way to easily mill this. That's a really cool little combo. Can this card change its own level? It can change its own level. So these two together can be any level 5 to 8 Xyz zombie card. Alright. We'll see what 5 and 8 Xyz zombie cards exist in this game to see if these two are going to be cool enough of a combo, or if this card's just playable by itself. This card might just be playable by itself in something random. Not sure. Not bad though, not bad. I was going to see how we would possibly be milling this too, to make it usable. Actually a cute bear. I mean, this one's kind of adorable. This one, I don't know what I'm looking at. Anyway, Lilybot. When this card is normal summoned or flip face up, you can target one orbital 7 in your graveyard, special summon that target in face up attack position or face down defense position. Once per turn, you can tribute any number of machine type monsters, special summon an equal number of Photon and or Galaxy monsters from your hand. Huh. Right. I don't think we really need that effect currently. In the way that Galaxy Eyes currently works, we definitely don't need that kind of effect. Huh. Is Orbital 7 that card we've already got? I think I know what Orbital 7 is. Orbital. Yeah, it's this thing, right? Yeah. Doesn't seem all that useful support-wise for Galaxy Eyes. I don't think we care about this. Summon 2 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. That's not really how Galaxy Eyes currently plays. We can easily summon 1 already. Like really easily. I don't think we want the... I don't really care too much about this. Yeah, no, I don't like it. Especially considering we don't really care about the first effect at all, because we're not even using Orbital 7 in the deck. Like if this card itself was a Photon or Galaxy to contribute itself to summon the thing from hand, if you just distribute one of your other guys, it makes it kind of lame. I don't like it. Alright, our first Gimmick Puppet card. Gimmick Puppet Humpty Dumpty. When this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon 1 Gimmick Puppet monster from your hand. Okay, not bad. So this is normal or special summon, makes it pretty good. This could be a card of some really nasty combo. You summon it as well. Alright, not bad, not bad. Okay, very simple effect though, so not much else to say about it. When this card is normal summoned, you can send 1 Gimmick Puppet monster from your deck to the graveyard. Okay, so kind of a foolish burial style effect, but I'm not sure what it's going to be usable with yet, because I don't know what the other Gimmick Puppets do. So that's kind of be a wait on this kind of a card. Not sure if it's usable or not. Have to wait and see the other cards first. And it can tribute itself? Or this thing? Oh, it can tribute itself. You're alright. Yeah, you're alright. I thought it had to tribute Photon monsters. It does make it a little bit better. I still don't like it very much though. I think the Photon deck's so like refined right now that it doesn't really need this stuff to make it better. And this of course we're gonna make like a actual Xyz monster version of Galaxy Eyes. This isn't the current state it's in. So then you actually do need to summon 2 level 8s to use it, which then makes this card a lot better. So you actually need to summon level 8s. In its current state we don't need it. Alright. Blaze Phoenix, the Burning Bombardment Bird. Okay, it's a lot of B's in your name, buddy. One machine type monster, one pyro type monster. Okay, what are we using to fusion summon these guys? I wonder. Once per turn during your main phase, you can inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each card in the field. This card cannot attack during the turn you activate this effect. That's it? What? It's so generic. What is it like? What's it meant to... Okay. I mean, that's kind of a weak-ass effect. Because we'd have to have a pretty strong fusion spell or something to go with it to make it not shit. If that's all we're doing. Yikes. A burn loop? You can somehow loop it. Maybe. Emergency ban. It's used for FTKs, lol. Okay, so that's a lot of just using it to FTK your opponent with burn loops. FTK enabled with Stein. Well, thankfully Stein is banned, so you won't be seeing that anytime soon. Plus also this is half to be 150 damage, so unless you can loop it infinitely, that's going to be a lot of burning to do. That's going to take a long ass time. Alright, moving on. Elemental Hero Magma Neos. Okay, so it takes 3 monsters. Must be special summoned from your extra deck by shuffling the above cards control, blah blah blah. This card gains 400 attack for each card in the field. Once per turn during the end phase, shuffle this card into the extra deck. If this card shuffled into the extra deck, this way return all cards on the field to hand. So we already have a card that's similar to this, right? I forgot what the other one does. Does the other one destroy then? I forgot what it's called. Where is he? Damn it, where do I see him? What's the other one we have, chat? That's a lot bit that does the same kind of effect. There's another big one of these Neospacians. Oh, this one. It's Storm, right? You destroy all spell and trap cards on the field during the end phase for this card. When this card is shuffled into the extra deck, shuffle all cards on the field into the deck. It's very similar, right? Very similar. If not, kind of weaker. So this is like easier to summon. It's not all that OP because it's similar to the other card. It does have way more. It does have way more attack than the other one does, though. All cards on the field, including your own. True. Would shuffle your field spell away too, which is kind of annoying. Rainbow Neos, that's hopeful. Now we have 2 ways to wipe the board. I'm not sure if that's necessarily much of an improvement. Yeah, I don't think this card does a whole lot. If this card was like the only card that's added for support, that's not enough, because it basically is the same thing the other card does. Alright, Insector Exact Stag. Once per turn, you can attach one exceeds material from this card to target one monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard. Equip that target to this card. Ooh. This card gains attack and defense equal to half the original of the monster. Okay, so 2 level 5 insect monsters and you can yoink. Can you even grab cards in the graveyard? Okay, this is really good. Because at worst, just like a 1 card to remove something, you're just gonna detach 1, remove something. It's like at worst. And just at least leave you with the body too. So that's pretty good. Not bad, not bad. It can even yoink from graveyard too for any annoying graveyard effects, which is pretty cool. Its stats will be pretty low depending on what you yoink though. So unless you can, it is an Insector card, so you can buff it up. Here comes a Thunder Dragon Exceeds next. Wait, aren't they always the insect monsters there, right? Oh god, it's not. Okay. Digital bug support? Digital bugs can make this? Okay. I mean, it's not a bad card. It is a good card. I do like it. Just have to get a good insect deck to go with it first, though, so we'll see. Not a bad card, though. Still Blue Eyes. Even if it steals Blue Eyes, that's not all that big of a buff. You're only getting 1,500 attack from that. Because it only gains half of it, right? Yeah, it gains half the attack, so it's not going to be that big. Alright. Not bad. Anyway, moving on to the generic card, though. 2 level 6 monsters. When this card succeeds summon, you can target one monster in either player's graveyard, equip that target to this card. Okay. This card gains attack and defense equal to half the original monsters. Okay. Once per turn, you attach material from this card, attack one face of the card each side of the field, send those targets to the graveyard. Ooh, send effect. So it's like a Scrap Dragon, but stronger, because Scrap Dragon doesn't send. It can also send itself if you're in like a dire need state, or if you can set one card, you can remove 2 things. Damn, that's a good card. So it could be anti-graveyard, or just used as a removal. Not bad, not bad. Anti-graveyard, or can be used as removal. To be fair, its stat line will be kind of low though. So I'm not really sure you prefer to summon this that often in Thunder Dragon over using the one that returns to hand. So I'm not sure it's all that much better than that. Probably isn't really much better in most scenarios. So unless you're against something that you specifically want to get rid of graveyard materials for, you're not going to want this all that much, I don't think. Plus, can't that one also return from graveyard? What does it do? I forgot what the other level 6 does. I'm just gonna fucking go look real quick. Where is it? God damn it. Get your ads out of my screen. This dude. Once per turn, you can attach material from this card, target one monster on the field, or in either player's graveyard, return that to hand. So just kind of have graveyard anti-stuff as well, right? I don't know. I think I like the other one a bit better, currently. But this one is an Insector, so it can be buffed with the Insector cards and be used in the Insector archetype, right? So you can rank it up to level 7? In what? Like Digibug or something? How are you ranking it up? So you rank it up with Digibugs. Those are a free-to-play alternative. True, true. I forgot how to. I actually haven't played Digibugs in so long either. Oh, is it the Digibug spell card? Wait, Digibug level 7? Oh, okay, yeah. This is already a level 6. Okay, I mean, that is something. Okay, that's cool. That's a cool little interaction you can do, so you can rank it up into the other Digibug. Okay. There's a bug signal as well as the quick play spell. It's the same thing. Alright. Anyway, moving on. So that does seem pretty good if you come up with the Digibug stuff, I guess, but as opposed to just being a generic in general, I think the other Xyz is better. Alright, we spent too long on this card anyway. Moving on. Alright, Googly Eyes Drum Dragon. Once per turn, you can attach one Exceeds material from this card. It gains 1000 attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. If this card is destroyed while it has an Exceeds material, you can banish one Super Defense Robot monster from your graveyard. Special summon this card from your graveyard. Then you can attach one Super Defense Robot monster from your graveyard to this card as Exceeds material. What? So you can summon this big bad boy, huh? 3000 attack and defense, or 2500 defense. You make it a 4000 attack monster until the end of your opponent's next turn. So it keeps the effect for a while. Right. Okay. Not all that great outside of being a giant beat stick. Not gonna lie. Doesn't exactly have any actual effects with it. It does keep coming back though, but only when destroyed, so if it's sent or banished, it's doomed. It's kind of a cool card though. It's kind of sticky, a bit hard to remove. It could be a 4000 attack beater. Not to mention the card in the graveyard that it removes the buff. You can buff itself using a card that you can then use in the graveyard to revive this card when it's destroyed. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's a self-reviving beat stick, so it might be okay. This level 8 deck is going to need more though to make this strong though. This is definitely not enough of a boss monster to make this deck strong. It's definitely going to need a bit more. At the moment it's going to be like a dumb card you're going to summon in a... Fuck, this card isn't even a fucking Super Defense Robot. Feels bad. Alright. Well. Yeah, this deck's going to need a little bit more to be meta relevant. Alright. Number 48, Shadow Lich. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, you can attach one Exceeds material from this card, special summon one Phantom Token. Okay. While you control Phantom Token, your opponent cannot target this card for attacks. It's a rank 3. Okay, I mean, it's kind of shit. It's like you'd summon like a last ditch scenario where you know your opponent has no removal so that they can't attack it. Yeah, this card's kind of garbage. But hey, maybe we don't have that many rank 3 zombie monsters, so maybe we'll use it just because we don't have many rank 3 zombie monsters. Wait, there's no more after this? That's it? Oh god. Okay. I guess you're gonna make some Mimi Desperado deck and that's about it. Okay. Well, that's a sedge. Anyway. Yeah, I don't like this very much. So unless you're locked into zombies with something and you need to summon a zombie level 3 monster, then yeah. Vampire Red Baron. Pretty cool card art. Once per turn you can pay 1000 life points to target one monster your opponent controls and one other vampire monster to control. Switch control of those monsters. Okay. Not terrible at all. There's a lot of very low attack vampires you can give your opponent. At the end of the battle phase, if this card destroys a monster by battle, you can special summon them from your graveyard to your field. Okay, so this card's very easy to summon. You can summon it, swap control, beat over it, steal it back again. Damn. That's actually really not that bad. Especially considering there's that double summon stuff in Vampire. Because I know vampires can easily summon a level 6 already, because they already do. The main vampire decks can summon at level 6, remove stuff. So you can summon this instead and start stealing stuff, which is kind of cool. You can easily get 2 monsters out too. Okay, so this, I don't know. I like this card quite a bit. Do you like it? Not bad, not bad. 2400 attack, 1000 defense, Monarch support. Fuck's sake. And it's not until the end of the turn. Yeah, you keep it permanently. It's just your card then. You can even use this to do some really nasty OTKs. You can just give your opponent a 100 attack vampire. Whatever those, I think they summon in defense position, sadly, don't they? What are they called? Where are they? Little guys, these guys. They summon in defense? And you can summon this in attack. So you can literally summon this card in attack position, 500 attack, beat your opponent to death because you just switch it over. It's so much damage actually. Maybe I'll do some nice OTKs with this card. Not bad, not bad. Pretty good support so far. Alright, especially considering all this stuff's like searchable in Vampire very easily. Alright, Shadow Vampire. Cannot be used as material for an Exceed summon except the summon of a dark monster. When this card's normal summon, you can special summon one dark vampire monster from your hand or deck. Or deck, okay. The monster you control cannot attack for the rest of the turn except that special summoned monster. Or deck, you say? Huh, that's not bad. Let's keep in mind, level 5 isn't hard to summon in Vampire. Very, very easy to summon in Vampire with these two guys. Plus you also have Vampire's Domain, which is you summon twice, which is also searchable. All this kind of stuff is very easy to do. This is a rank 5 tool easily to summon this dude that's coming up by the looks of things. Not bad at all. Not bad. If this card is... Okay, so Vampire Sorcerer. If this card in your possession is sent to your graveyard by your opponent's card, you can add one dark vampire monster or one vampire spell trap card from your deck to your hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard. One dark vampire monster you normal summon this turn can be summoned without tributing. Okay. I don't think we need that effect. Really? Yeah, vampires don't really care too much about the fact they have to tribute, just because of, like I said, they do special summon themselves and they have the spell that lets them summon over the top. So I think we particularly need this. I don't think we particularly need it. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I don't like it too much. It's probably alright. And there's definitely ways to send it to the graveyard, like this dude here. Grace just sends vampires, right? And it makes your opponent send cards. What's the field spell do? That's probably has vampire in the name too, anyway. Okay, so this card can... The Vampire Kingdom can send Sorcerer to the grave, which kind of makes that more useful. So you can probably want this at least a one of in Vampire, just so you can send it to the graveyard for your next turn, so you can get a normal summon without tributing, maybe. I think that's probably about all you're going to use it for. Unless the Xyz monster has something useful for it. Crimson Knight Vampire Bram. Okay, 2 level 5 zombie monsters, so very easily summonable by this Shadow Vampire guy. You can attach one material from this card to target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon that target to your side of the field, but only that monster can attack for the rest of this turn. Okay. You can use the effect of Crimson Vampire once per turn. Once per turn during the standby phase of the next turn after this card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card or sent to the graveyard, special summon this card in defense position. Yeah, so it doesn't count if this card was destroyed by battle though. Yeah. Not that great. Nothing too exciting with this one. You're just yoinking something from your opponent's graveyard, so unless you've already removed something useful, that's not all that great. Not all that great. I was liking most of the vampire support so far, but this card, not liking it too much. Not only by battle. Now, isn't like it can't come back when it's destroyed by battle? Isn't that what I read? Oh, it's destroyed by your opponent's card. Destroyed by your opponent's card. Oh no, it is when it's destroyed by battle. So it does keep coming back, and this is banished. I guess that is something. The field spell does give it enough of a buff, so it's like 3k. So this with the field spell is pretty good, I guess. Now keep returning a zombie monster with about 3k. If it's destroyed by battle or card effect, it will come back. Be a big boy. I don't know. I'm not sure this is enough to make vampires strong or not. It's cool that it keeps coming back though. Not sure. It doesn't have any like inherent removal on it though. So without the field spell, it's very weak at 2500. Definitely needs the field spell out. So that is 500 attack, right? Yeah. Is there any other vampire support or is that it? If that's it, I'm not sure if that's quite enough. It's definitely enough to make a video on though. Especially this Baron guy. I really like the look of the Baron. He sounds so good. Not sure about this dude though. It's not bad though, I guess. It's quite a commitment, but it's not that bad. Does come back during the next turn, so if it gets removed, it can put you in a pretty dire state. I don't know. Vampire support's not over yet, so there's more? Okay. As it stands, the vampire support so far has all been pretty good. All these cards can I see some use for. I don't know. This guy's hard to rate. I'm not sure what to think of this guy. He seems pretty good, but yeah. Alright, Xyz Tribal Rivals. Face-up Xyz monsters in the field with 2 or more Xyz materials cannot be destroyed by card effects. On damage calculation, if an Xyz monster you control battles an opponent's monster, destroy that monster. And the Xyz monster 2 or more materials to activate and resolve this effect. Okay, so this is used, you can use this in like random stuff like Hazy. So I know I had this in a random structure deck I bought for Hazy a while back. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. Still destroyable by battle though. And removed by Karma Cart and send effects and all that kind of stuff. But it destroys any monster it battles as well. I don't like this card too much, but I can see in like random metas it'd be useful just to make it so your card just isn't destroyed by annoying trap cards. Yeah, I don't like it too much though. Especially considering it's a continuous effect. It's just destroyed while it's being activated or whatever, it's just wasted. Yeah, only usable going first, just to protect your Xyz monster from only card effects. Seems pretty garbage. Seems pretty garbage. I can see it as like a good side deck card though. Like if you're against a matchup where you know your opponent only like has destruction effects for their deck to work, and you just place this card and make one of your bigger Xyz monsters immune, might be usable, but you know. I just don't like it. I guess it doesn't just destroy any monster it's by. Oh, selection box, it's already out in the game, yeah. Okay. It's literally already in the game. Thanks, Brad. That's pretty garbage though, I don't know. Alright, Vampire Awakening. Special summon one vampire monster from your deck, but destroy it during the end phase of this turn. Just summon one straight from your deck. Just yoink one out, huh? What the fuck? Huh. I don't think vampires have a quick effect though. It's cool and all, but I don't think they have a quick effect or anything, right? This card's normal special summoned, pay 1,000 life points, type 1 vampire monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Combos with that guy, I guess. And use it to summon these guys for searches. I think this one's an only normal. Yeah. This card stops them dying by battle. Huh. I don't know. This trap card isn't bad. Even just use it to summon the monsters that you want to be in the graveyard, it's not bad. It's a little blocker. It's very slow though, like very, very slow. Obviously. But you can even just do it like, if your opponent isn't able to kill you and you just use this to bring out your boss monster during the end of the turn, you just summon one of your bigger boss vampires. He doesn't know. I don't know. What vampire are we summoning with this? It's like coming up. Is there a quick effect vamp coming up? He doesn't know. Alright, we'll wait on this card then. There's too many he doesn't know is in chat. Hyper Galaxy, quick effect. Tribute one monster with 2,000 or more attack except Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon, then target one monster your opponent controls with 2,000 more attack, tribute it, and if you do, special summon one Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. What? Can we search for this? Is this searchable by the skill? Is this searchable via the skill? Okay. This is searchable via the skill, right? Ooh. Tribute your opponent's monster. Alright, so with your standard combo with Galaxy Eyes, you're left with this 2,000 attack Xyz monster that literally does nothing. You can use the trap card to make it big or whatever. You can even just summon like one of the other Photon cards from hand and make a 2,000 attack very easily, if it doesn't already have 2,000 attack. Tribute it. Pop. Oh my god, that's so cool. Huh. Another thing that's really good about this card is currently Galaxy Eyes has a really big issue versus this bloody thing. Because Book of Moon currently turns your Galaxy Eyes face down, meaning you can't use your quick play spell anymore to pop stuff. This card allows you to summon another Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. So even if they turn your thing face down, you can summon another one, and then your other quick play spells are active again. So that's really cool. That's actually really cool. It does mean you have to use a second Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, but that's fine. Alright, I'm not sure you'd run this at like a 3 of in your deck or anything, just because the skill can search it anyway. But it's definitely a pretty good card. I'd consider using it at least 1 of, just because it sounds like a good counter to those Book of Moon starts. And in a lot of ways it can be better than just using your quick play spell you've currently got. Can you chain this to book? Probably, but I'm not sure why you'd want to, because you can't tribute Galaxy Eyes with it, which is what the Book of Moon's going to be targeting. Alright, I like it. I'll probably give it a shot anyway. Seems pretty good. Especially considering it's a tribute effect. That's pretty nuts. Alright, Solar Wind Jammer. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand, but its original attack and defense become halved. Okay. During each of your standby phases, increase the level of this card by 1. What? So it's just a special summable level 5, is that it? That's it. It's just a special summable level 5. We're not missing something here. Doesn't seem to do a whole lot. Holy shit, that's some timeouts in chat. Alright, well, if you need a special summable level 5 machine monster, we've got one now, I guess. Just good for some rank 5s, that's about it. Nothing too special here. Alright, moving on. So if you just need a level 5 monster, I guess, there you go. Yeah, use it in Cyber Dragon or something. That's kind of cool. Yeah, nothing too exciting. Just if you need a level 5 special summonable monster, machine monster even, you got one now. It is light too, so maybe it's good in Cyber Dragon. Alright, Magical Hound. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can target one face-up, spell a trap card your opponent controls, return it to hand. And if you do, special summon this card. Okay, so you can work against field spells pretty well. But that's about it. Into Tuna Monster. Well, it doesn't seem that great. There's not many decks that have face-up spells outside of, I don't know, Evil Eye or field spells, so not all that useful. I think these are the two cards so far that if you get in your SR sales, you're going to be kind of swearing a bit. Nothing too exciting here. Yeah, nah. Alright, moving on. Neo-Spacian Grand Mole. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you return both the opponent's monster and this card to hand. Actually, not a bad effect. Actually, not bad. Very good. Is it enough to make Neo-Spacian an actual, strong deck? I don't think so. I think the Neo's fusion nerfs kind of killed that archetype, right? But actually not a bad effect, especially considering like all the other Neo-Spacians don't really have anything useful. At least this card has something that isn't shit. So, not terrible. I don't think it's enough to make Neo-Spacian playable though, if that's what you're wondering. Out to Necro Valley? I mean, I guess. Alright. Oh, that's the dragon thing. Zombie Stein, number 22. 2 level 8 dark monsters. 4,500 attack, by the way. Okay. Must be exceed summon and can special summon by the ways. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can attach one exterior from this card and send one card from your hand to the graveyard and target one face-up card your opponent controls. Change this card to defense position. If you do, that face-up card has its effects negated until the end of this turn. All that for a negate? Oh, okay. That's it? It's just a negate? We already have, like... Don't we already have cards that do this? Do we need another... I mean, I guess it has a huge stat line this time, I guess. Can we go fades? Yeah, but we already have, like, Mr. Ford Focus already does this, right? You guys, yeah, we know this, but isn't literally Ford Focus do the exact same thing? I guess Ford Focus has to hit whatever. And you can summon like level 6 does the same thing though, right? I guess the main benefit is this thing has 4,500 attack. It can be summoned with like Levianeer, I guess. So you just turn Levianeer into this thing, I guess. That's kind of cool. Man, this thing didn't have to change his battle position, it'd be a lot cooler to me, but the fact it changes his battle position kind of makes it like, oh, okay. And it sends a card from hand to graveyard too, it's kind of cringe. It doesn't negate like field spells and back row though, I guess. No, I don't mind the card. It's not terrible, but I don't like that it seems. It's like an awful lot of resources just to negate, which you can make with like the level 6s currently in the game anyway. It's even like level 5s that you can summon that do quite a good job at the moment. 2 Vengeance Executioner into this. It does have a pretty decent stat line though, so I guess it can be used as not only a negate, but also just a big beat stick, I guess, and get over things. It's a face-up card that can negate any face-up card soon spells like Navigation. I mean, that is kind of cool. You can use this to negate things that are going to special summon with spells, I guess, or negate Polymerization, so it is like an Omni negate. It's kind of cool that it is an Omni negate, I guess. I guess I'm just not too super excited about it. And if you're easily able to summon this like the end of like a combo, like if you're playing Thunder Dragon and you do like a big combo and you end on this as well, like you turn your Leviathan into this thing, so you just get an Omni negate for your opponent's turn, which makes it very hard for them to play. I guess that's kind of cool. Maybe I'm just looking at it too harshly as like a boss monster when you should just be looking at it as just like a something you can summon. You can destroy 2 cards with Levy, summon Duo, but you can only attack with the latter. Then make this card, you have Photon. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Does make it a pretty good Thunder Dragon card, I guess. If Thunder Dragon isn't hit by a really nasty ban list coming up. Alright. Not terrible card. I'm not super hyped about it being like OP or anything though. It seems just like a tech card you'd stick in Thunder Dragon or something. I don't think you build like a deck around it though. Gimmick Puppet and Biscay Doll. Or Biscay? I have no idea. You can special summon this card from your hand by discarding 1 Gimmick Puppet monster. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Your opponent cannot target Gimmick Puppet monsters you control with card effects this turn. So that can be used during your opponent's turn, right? That banish effect? Wait, can that banish effect be used during your opponent's turn? I mean, it's still pretty good if usable during your turn, but... Opponent not target monster, no one can't face this turn. No, you can't? Can't use it during your opponent's turn? It does make it kind of useful against back row though, at least. No, it's not a quick effect? Alright. Well, I guess at least it's kind of usable against back row. You can put it in the graveyard. Also, I'm not sure what Gimmick Puppet monsters you want in the graveyard, but it looks things you want them in there, because I think there's a card down here that sends a Gimmick Puppet to the graveyard too. Alright, I guess we have to look at the other Gimmick Puppet cards to see if this card's usable or not. You can just discard this card to the graveyard, send this to the graveyard somehow. It can protect your stuff from back row, which is kind of neat. I'm not sure what the use is. I guess it's a level 8 special summonable. So you summon it with something else, would be kind of cool. Alright. So use it as material for an Xyz card, and when it's in the graveyard, it can make your cards immune to like back row stuff, which is pretty cool. Okay, this is just one of the main ways to get a level 8 on board, I guess. Alright, Gimmick Puppet, Dreary Doll. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish 1 other Gimmick Puppet monster from your graveyard, special summon this card. You can only use the effect of Gimmick Puppetry once per turn. You can only use this move so for the... yeah, okay. So you can use this to put this in the graveyard, and it can summon itself. I guess you already have to have a Gimmick Puppet engraved to use that though. Okay, it's just more ways to make rank 8s. This card can technically send that to the grave, if you'd want it in there. Okay, well, I guess there's just more ways to make rank 8s, I guess. Nothing too exciting about that card, though. Yeah, not much to say about it. Just a good way to make rank 8s. Doesn't seem that bad, though. Especially considering you can use it to be discarded by things like this or sent to the graveyard with this. Alright, so our first actual Gimmick Puppet Exceeds card. 2 level 4 Gimmick Puppet monsters. You can attach 1 material from this card, then target up to 2 monsters your opponent controls. Gain control of them until the end phase. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters except Gimmick Puppet monsters, nor declare an attack except with Exceeds monsters. Okay. You can tribute this card, all monsters you currently control become level 8 until the end of this turn. What? So you can detach 2 materials from this card, target 2 monsters your opponent controls, yoink them, then tribute this to make those cards level 8 and Exceeds into something? And then you can beat your opponent to death if you summon an Exceeds monster? Is that what you're doing with this? You're using this to steal 2 cards, tributing it, make them level 8, Exceed someone, beat your opponent? Is that what you're doing with it? God damn, that's a cool effect. Nasty as hell too. Very, very strong going second. Yes, smile. Damn, that's a nasty effect. Does need 2 level 4 Gimmick Puppets specifically though. We haven't got any special summonable ones yet. Oh, we've got this guy, I guess. He special summons a Gimmick Puppet. Okay, I like this guy. That's kind of cool. That's pretty dope. Okay, okay. Damn, what a cool card. Okay. Well, I'll be excited to see that one in action. Sounds pretty nasty though. Very nasty. Alright, moving on. We've established what this card's used for anyway. Very good card. Moving on. Jelly Cannon. When a monster declares an attack, target 1 monster on the field, shuffle it into the deck. Guess that includes when your monsters attack too. It's like a battle trap though, we just don't care. Why is that an ultra rare? Come on man, really? You just don't care about this, right? It's another battle trap. Except it's slightly stronger because it happens when you attack as well. Can't wait to steal Twin Burst. Yeah, we don't care about this. That's just kind of yikers. I really hope we don't get this in our ultra rare sales. Smashing Ground. Destroy the face-up monster your opponent controls has the highest defense. So it's just a non-target destroy thing, right? We have so many cards that do these kind of effects though, right? We just don't care about 1 extra. So we haven't got this like almost exactly this except for attack. Okay, so 2 cards I really just don't care about. It's not even a quick play. Alright, so first, these are 2 ultra rares I'm going to be pretty sad if I get from my ultra rare sales. Okay, moving on. Vampire Duke. Level 5. Okay, when this card's normal summon, you can target 1 dark vampire monster in your graveyard, special summon the target in face-up defense position. So I can use this for Exceed summoning with the level 5s. When this card is special summoned, you can declare 1 card type, monster, spell, or trap. Your opponent sends 1 card of that type from their deck to the graveyard. So this works with the field spell or the monster? I forget which one it works with. The monster, right? Once returning, set that type, send that to the graveyard. Is it the field spell that pops? Must be the field spell that pops then. Let's return when a card is sent from your opponent's deck to the graveyard. Target one card in the field, send one vampire monster to the graveyard, and destroy it. Okay, so it works with the field spell. Okay. So you can use it for Exceed summoning, it brings back a vampire, and it can also pop a card like the other one does, like Grace does. So just a better Grace. I mean, it's definitely not a bad card. Even if you don't use it for Exceed summoning, that's not bad. Because don't all the vampire cards effects just activate when special summoned, right? Yeah, so you just use it to special summon these guys back too. Which is the exact same thing Grace used to do, except now you get a little special summon with it as well. Certainly a nice little buff to vampires anyway. The fact that its effect is very similar to how Grace works though means it's probably not going to be like the savior for vampires if you're hoping vampires are going to be like actually a tiered deck after this box. I doubt it. I don't think the Xyz monster's powerful enough. Certainly a nice little buff though. It does bring them a bit more up to speed. It's not bad though. Quick destroy with field spell. Oh, it's a quick effect too. True, it's really good with the new trap card, and the trap card's searchable too. True, that makes it a lot stronger. Okay, so that's what the trap card's used for. So he's to summon this dude. If you have the field spell out, that is. I wonder how like consistent that combo will be. So if you go first, you can easily get this trap card out with the field spell out, ready for your combo. Shouldn't be that hard with all the searching stuff vampires have, right? I don't know. Still not sure it's going to be like the savior vampire needs to be a tiered deck though. That seems like an alright card. Alright, moving on. Insector Dragonfly. Once per turn, you can equip one Insector monster from your hand or graveyard to this card. If an equipped card is sent to your graveyard while equipped to this card, you can special summon one Insector monster from your deck. While this card is equipped to a monster, that monster's level is increased by 3. Alright, I have no idea how good this card is. I don't even remember the last time I played Insectors, so I have no idea if this card's useful at all. I guess it can make ranks very easily? I don't know what... Is this card useful? I don't actually know. Do Insector spells, are they easily sent to the graveyard? I don't even... I have no clue. I've always found Insectors like to be such a boring archetype, I just have never used them. Broken? You can send this equipped card to the graveyard. So the Insectors can manually send themselves? I guess it combos with this guy. It's the best Insector by far. Broken. It was banned in TCG. Ooh. Is it just because it combos with Hornet? Urine doesn't know it's that good. I don't know what Insectors do. I didn't know if they were able to send themselves to the graveyard or not. So you can spam Hornet 3000, so it's not once per turn. So the main combo is with Hornet. So it destroys a bunch of shit. So you can summon this guy, equip it with Hornet, then Hornet can just detach itself, pop something, and then bring out another Hornet, detach itself, pop it, bring out another Hornet. Is Hornet the only card it combos with? Or is there any other Insectors it's actually good with? Was it just Hornet? Enough monster zones. Equip 2 Dragonfly, then summon 2 Insectors. Equip with itself. Okay, so you do some cool little Xyz summoning with it too. Insectors equip to the other Insectors, then send themselves to the grave for effects. This dude can flood the field with ease, and it's not even a once per turn. Alright, sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool. So make combos with Hornet and you make a bunch of Xyz stuff with it too, since it adjusts levels. Okay, seems very good. Not sure if I'll play it though, because I don't have that much of interest in Insectors, but we might end up playing it. Ladybug? I assume the Insector one. Okay. Is that just one of the most expensive decks? I guess they are now. Dragonfly equips Ladybug, sends Ladybug, spare summon Centipede, add Ladybug, send Ladybug, and you can go at rank 5 and Digital Bug Boss. Okay. Not sure about this one. I just don't like Insectors. This sounds like a really cool little card though. It's really strong. Apparently it can just loop itself a billion times because it's not a once per turn. Combos with that other dickhead card to destroy a bunch of shit if you want to do that. So, yeah. Obviously a good card, just I'd probably not have that much interest in it because I don't like Insectors. But we'll see what box luck gives me on the box opening day. Whether or not I'm just going to be forced into playing Insectors because it's the only cards Konami gives me. Anyway, moving on. Elemental Hero Grand Neos. Must hero summoned from your extra deck by shuffling the above cards you control. Same with Neos and Grand Mole. Once per turn you can target one monster your opponent controls, return that target to hand. Okay. Not bad, not bad. More actual removal with the in Neospatian, nice. Okay, well, not bad. Is this going to make Neospatian a tiered deck? I think with Neos Fusion's still on that ban list, probably not, but this card certainly helps a bit. This card is pretty good. Not bad. Especially considering Grand Mole is also not a completely shit card. No, it's not trash, it's pretty good. Targets one monster, returns that target to hand. That's not bad. If you have the field spell out from the skill, you can just stop it being shuffled into the extra deck too if you don't want it to be shuffled. So not bad. Not a quick effect. No, but I think that's the point. It's I don't know how many of you guys have played the old Neospatian stuff, but currently the old Neospatian stuff, the only actual removal it had, and this is when it was actually not a bad deck too. I don't know, that little thing now? I don't know. The only removal they had was this dude, right? Where is he? Glowmoss. This is the only like easy one. If you don't include Storm Neos, who took 3 monsters. It was this guy who could yeah, you target one card and destroy that target, but it couldn't attack when you do it or something. Yeah, if you target a monster, this card couldn't even attack. So This is like the best removal you had. Now you have a card that can actually attack afterwards. It makes it easier to OTK. So it's a lot stronger in the Neo-Spacian deck. Is generally what the whole purpose of it is. But I don't think it's going to be that... It's not going to bring back Neo-Spacian though, because I'm pretty sure the fact that Neo-Fusion's been completely cucked makes it really hard to make that deck strong. It does certainly help the deck. It does certainly help it a lot. Alright, moving on. We already know this card exists in a selection box. Number 9, Dyson Sphere. Okay, 2 level 9 monsters, machine monster. Once per battle step during your opponent's turn, if this card with an exceeds material is attacked, negate the attack. When this card is time for attack while it has no exceeds materials, you can target 2 monsters in your graveyard, attach those targets to this card. Okay. During your main phase 1, you can attach one of these from this card. This card can attack your opponent directly this turn. Your opponent must control a monster with high attack in this card for you to activate and resolve this effect. Okay, so it's just used to beat your opponent to death. Your opponent has to control a monster with higher attack for you to use it though. What a weird card. Okay, so it's not like something you're going to build your entire deck around, I don't think. But it can steal games, which is kind of cool. I mean, that's all it's going to be used for, right? It's just like a game stealer. In any deck that can summon level 9s, so you can just use it to beat over your opponent and kill him in one turn. I mean, that's pretty bad. I mean, it's not bad. It just means it takes up an extra deck slot, though, for that effect. Your deck has to be specifically level 9 stuff. Because remember, we only have 4,000 life points in dueling, so it's not unlikely for your opponent to have, like, 2,500 health or something. You just summon this, beat your opponent to death with it on that turn. You skipped a card? This card's in a selection box. So we already know about it. You just need Cloud Castle. Imagine you summon Cloud Castle, then revive a million, pop one card, then exceed summon to Dyson, and attack directly with it. Okay, that's pretty cool. Not bad. Does Cloud Castle summons anything, right? That's level 8. You can summon it in Blue Eyes really easily, right? This card's in town level 9. One level 9 monster in your graveyard. Just summon that target. The Cloud Castle, bring back a level 9, make this thing beat your opponent to death. I guess that's a combo. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is literally just a game stealing card though. It's not like, nothing too exciting, it's just if you happen to have a deck that can summon it easily, which will be very few decks that can, but you probably just have it in the extra deck just so you can steal games off your opponent if they summon a big monster. Its attack's just too high, so... I think that's all you're going to be using it for though. I don't think it's going to be any other relevance other than that though. Alright, moving on. Gimmick Puppet Terror Baby. God damn, that is a scary card art. What the fuck? Ew. It's like a pram mixed with that Dark Soul, like the Dark Souls chest. Like, it's like a Mimic chest. It's literally just, oh god, okay. When this card's normal summon, you can target one Gimmick Puppet monster in your graveyard, except Gimmick Puppet Terror Baby. Special summon in defense position. Okay, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to the activation of your Gimmick Puppet monsters that turn. Okay. Not bad. Okay, not bad, not bad. So yeah, Gimmick Puppet's in the grave, you can bring it back and do cool stuff. It's a shame it's not like special summon or easily special summon a level 4 one though. This guy does special summon them though. It seems like it's going to be really easy to summon this guy, but a lot harder to summon the level 4s though, right? If you want to summon the level 4 guy. Yes, this guy does discard as well. This guy can discard a card. This guy can special summon the discarded card. It's easy to make a level layout, level 4, depending on which ones you have. I'm not sure the second effect is all that relevant. There's not that many negates in Duel Links yet. I guess there's quite a few. Okay, I mean, it's alright. It's pretty good. I don't think there's much else to say about it though. Alright, moving on to the final one. Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder. So this is the big level 8 Gimmick Puppet you're going to be summoning with the little guy here. And all the other level 8 things you got going on. There's only one in this box, right? Is this the only Gimmick Puppet we're getting? You can summon Gimmick Puppet exceeds monsters. So this is the only one we're getting. Up to twice per turn during your main phase, you can attach one Exceeds material from this card, then target one special summon monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Then, if it was an Exceeds monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack. You can do this twice per turn. $1,500 attack though. So you destroy 2 cards, then hit your opponent at 1500 and see if that kills him. I assume the damage will be half too. Is that enough to kill someone though? Is that going to be enough? Does seem pretty good though. Doesn't seem bad. You can just summon this pop two cards. It's already pretty good. It doesn't necessarily have to have a large attack stat to be useful. The fact that there's burn damage on top of that, you like 1500 from killing a 3k. It looks like a standard board most decks come out. Do they have if you get this against like a Resonator, they have like a 3k, a 2600 or 2500 on board. It's quite a lot of damage. It's 1500 plus this card's 1500 plus like 1000 from the other card that's already lethal. So I see this card doing a lot of damage even if it is a halved with its burn damage. You can probably do quite a lot with it. And considering the little combo you can do with this, it's kind of nasty. Remember, we are getting a whole character with skills and level ups for Gimmick Puppets at the end of the month, so this isn't all we're getting. Oh, okay. Oh, with skills. The skills are the scariest part. Because the skills are what it's actually making meta decks right now. If they just give us one good Gimmick Puppet skill, along with this support, that will definitely be enough. That'll be definitely be enough to make this deck good. Only exceeds for the burn? Oh, so that's big exceeds monster for the burn. Oh, okay. Makes it harder to OTK with it then, I guess. There's not that many exceeds decks even tiered right now, is there? Is there any? Kind of. Nope. Yes. Kind of. None. Nope. Kind of. Oh, yes. Nope. Only 2 decks? I guess 3, kind of. 4, kind of. Alright, well, you're not really going to be burning many people with it then. Still not bad though, just destroying 2 is already good enough. Alright, so I guess final review of the box. Honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed because I saw after the last box was really good, but only for one deck, and I was really disappointed about that. So I was hoping to get like a lot of cool decks out of it, and we only really got Resonator, and that was like all we could play. And it was like too exciting then. This box seems a lot the same. It's a really powerful Gimmick Puppet deck, kind of, I guess with like the new skills and the characters, it's gonna be really fucking strong. I guess Insectors, if you feel like playing that. Vampire's got a nice little buff. But the deck that I'm probably most wanting to play out of this is Vampire, outside of the Gimmick Puppet stuff with the new character. Outside that, there's not a whole lot to be excited about. I don't know. What do you guys think, chat? I'm personally not too excited about this. There's some cool cards in here, I guess. Like, it's not like a weak box, I guess, but there's nothing like... nothing I'm like wanting to play personally. If you're talking like from a pure meta standpoint, I guess with the new character stuff, Gimmick Puppet's probably going to be alright. This Insector combo sounds kind of nuts. Maybe. I highly doubt vampires are strong enough with this. I don't think this is enough to make vampires strong enough. That's probably about it though.
Hey, big brother, can I watch SpongeBob?
Shut up, Mokuba. I'm busy flagging YouTube videos to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis.
Oh.